Hi guys, I don't know who's watching this. I don't even know if anybody's gonna watch it, but I'm gonna do as I promised on the Battle.net forums, and I'm going to supply you with first-person view of me against Grams. That's just my opponent. Grams is actually a guy I've been playing a lot with on Battle.net, and he's a really cool guy from Finland, and we talk on Skype and we have a lot of fun. This was a match I was playing with some of you guys from the Battle.net forums as spectators, so some of you might remember it, others might not. Others weren't there. I'm just gonna let you see this from my point of view. This isn't gonna be any attempt at all at any casting career that I might want to start. I'm just going to try to tell you what I'm thinking, the basics around what I'm doing, and yeah. Of course, as you know, the pink Terran is overpowered. There was no, actually, he could have just forfeited the game right now because I was playing Terran. That means I have Marauders. That means I am obviously, and I have Mules. So I'm obviously way ahead of him already. Even though I haven't produced anything yet, I'm winning, just because I have the possibility to make Marauders, as well as me being pink, which also is probably the best color all over the place. No, altogether, there's no better color than pink. It just frightens your opponent, and you can't actually lose as a pink Terran. So it might the game is already biased that way. And also you'll see my APM, which also will show that there's no way I can lose just because I'm spam clicking everything. No, I'm just kidding, but I was actually spam clicking quite a bit because one of you guys asked me how people have such high APM in the beginning of games, or basically throughout a game. You can understand how they have high APM just by having a lot to do. My APM mid game is around 100, also known as not very high, 80 to 100. Normal, I'd say normal for diamond players, and basically it is above what you will need. You don't need to focus too much on it. Okay, I've been talking a lot and we've got a 27-minute match ahead of us, so I think I'll just start it and let you see my awesome split. As you can see, I'm obviously spam clicking the hell out of the game. Actually, I'm not. Wow, I'm proud of myself. I'm not doing anything. Well, I start by building the SCV and sending them out to mine. I do the F1 right click way, as you press F1 to select a free worker, and then you right click a patch, and then you F1 to select the next idle worker, and then you right click the next patch. If you do that quickly, you'll be able to select your SCVs individually and send them to individual mineral patches. As you can see, I'm just clicking around doing basically nothing, building my supply depot exactly at 100 minerals and starting to scout. I always scout on 4-player maps with my with an SCV after I started building my supply depot, especially against Terran. If you're on a 4-player map and you don't find them until the last place you scout, you might as just run into a Marine, and you won't get that crucial information about if he's going for the 13 gas or not, because if he isn't going for 13 gas, he might be going for a fast expand or all-in Marine push. I'm not going to be bothered watching the APM anymore. As you can see of the production, I'm at 30 in supply. I should be putting down my gas now if I wanted. Oh yes, I actually did. That isn't too bad. Now I'm trying an opener that I'm not totally familiar with. I actually don't open with 2 racks pressure, but we'll see how it goes. If you look at the minimap, I have my scouts just about to find out where it is, and I just get my view there shortly, look around, pull back to my base just because I knew that my gas was about to finish, so I could put people right on gas at once. Paying attention to my base, trying to do as many things as I can. Obviously spam clicking the supply depot in true QXC style is very important. Getting out that supply depot, keeping the minerals low, and try to scout.
SCVs are under attack.
Against Protoss you can stay in the base pretty long, and you just need to see, oh yeah, cybernetics core, good. I can actually go home now because there's not going to be much for me to see. He's not going to go for any fancy builds, and I felt like I wanted to lure his scouts into my base. I actually don't think he has scouted my base.
SCVs are under attack.
No, he actually hasn't. He's about to, and he actually gets in. That is horrible. That is really bad by me, and I was probably pretty upset about that. But still, spending time on getting my concussive shells and training a marauder, and I actually didn't pull back right away because I wanted to see what it was chrono boosting. And as you can see, he is chrono boosting a stalker, and that means that he's definitely, in a long distance like this, he isn't too worried about me rushing him, so he might be looking to put some early pressure on me with his initial stalkers. Now, that is really good if you poke with 2 stalkers for Protoss. If you poke up the ramp, if he has 4 marines, you can kill those 4 marines easily. If you micro back the weakest stalker, you'll actually be able to you might actually get some SCV kills, and that would be a huge advantage. Now, stalkers are expensive, but if you can kill 4 or 5 SCVs, full SCVs from mining, and kill his army, oh yeah, look at that, that's beautiful spamming, isn't it? Keeping my minerals high at the moment, and you'll see why. When I now push out, I'm going to get my expansion now. So gas is getting pretty high, but I'm not too worried about that. I can start researching stim as soon as I want, but I'm only gathering gas from 1 geyser. So the gas that you rack up, there you see I'm starting stim and keeping my gas and minerals low. Producing both SCVs and out of both racks as soon as I can afford it. Supply depot, and this is a bit entertaining because he was actually going for early pressure with the probes. We've got 6 probes and 3 stalkers. And I have 2 marines, 2 stalkers, and 3 SCVs. 4 SCVs. He has 4 stalkers in the mix now. And basically what you want to do is just keep your units alive as long as you can. And he is actually not doing very much micro. You see I am just controlling that marauder, and then I'm controlling the other marauder just to get him in range, but it didn't do just enough. If we go back a short second there, you'll notice at the bottom of the page here, just pay attention. Checking my orbital command and checking my barracks. See that once more? I was looking at my supply, and now after this is over, I press 4, I press 5, S, and then I move in again. And then I'm going to press 4 again just to check. Moving around, 5S, and when I get up here, I pulled this marauder back because I was thinking he was going to try and bait that one out, and then it's just I could just literally leave these units there if I wanted to do the most damage. I was trying to micro the weakest marauder back, but it really wasn't working very well. If you see, my minerals are getting really high now, and that is okay because now there's no imminent pressure coming. So what you do, you have 600 minerals, 200 gas. Get your expo up, put down the racks that you're gonna have, get the gas and the factory, and hey presto, your minerals are low. You're still producing out of all unit producing facilities, as you can see. So basically I should be able to do that while microing my units. This is the true difference between top level players and medium or too low level players like myself. Gas completing, sending people immediately to gas, just paying attention to what's happening. Always looking at my supply, always checking if I'm producing SCVs, as you see, dropping mules when I have the energy, filling up the queues for the production facilities as they go by. I have quite a good amount of gas heaping up, but I'm not too worried about that at the moment. I'm not going to pull people off gas just because I am going to get 2 more add-ons on these barracks, and I'm going to need to get a starport. And if you look at the gas and the minerals, they are pretty low, and I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually at 50-50, and if you're 9 minutes into the game and you can keep your minerals as low as that, I should have had some more map control now. This is very important. So what I need to do now is I need to secure map control. If I don't get vision at least of the closest El Naga watchtower, I'm just I'm just showing you how bad I actually am. And yeah, well, I felt pretty safe now. I knew that he wasn't going to be able to put any 4-gate pressure on me that I couldn't hold off. I did secure my expansion with the first push, and I did scare him. You need to remember that your opponent is always as scared as you are, basically, especially in the low level games. gonna pause it there because I just want to make a point. Lower level games, when I've been analyzing replays, I've been seeing that the awareness of your opponent or yourself isn't tip top. So you might be wondering, oh my god, how many units does he have? Or I don't know if my army is enough. But most times, just sending one SCV scout or just poking with your army, like I'm doing now. I'm sending my army out not to commit to an attack. I want to be able to retreat if I meet his army. If I can, I want to do some damage. For Terran versus Protoss, I think it was QXC. It's definitely QXC who said it in one of the Day 9 dailies, Friends Day Wednesday. He said that in Terran versus Protoss, if you can keep the army sizes down, if you can keep the Protoss army size down, you'll be at a huge advantage mid to late game, because most Terran players struggle with the mid to late game high tech of Protoss. The thing is, all tier 3 units by Protoss, okay, basically there are only two that you actually see, is the Colossus and the High Templars. Now the High Templars are awesome. I just can't believe why anybody wouldn't go for those in a PvT that would be. I didn't know what my opponent was going to do, but I was pretty sure that he was going to try to get his expansion safe, and like any player does, when you expand, you push out. And you look at this, he's got 385 minerals and he's pushing out. I haven't analyzed this replay before, so basically I wouldn't know what happened, but it was just either luck or Grams is actually doing what's right. He's a good macro player, and he is at his limit now. He seems like he's been actually building up. This is a suggestion to anybody. If you are like Grams, he's been building up gas which he hasn't been able to spend, so he found out, okay, I'll pull people off gas and then I'll just focus on minerals. But if you look at his saturation here, he is oversaturated. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mineral patches, and you can argue as much as you want, but if you have 8 times 3, which is one whole page of 24 workers for all your mineral patches, you are definitely saturated. I don't honestly think you need 24. I'd say maybe 18 to 20, because there will be some bouncing around as soon as you get 24, just because they just can't find a free mineral patch all the time. So if you're able to have around 70 workers for 3 bases, that's good. But that also means you need to be producing probes all the time, or SCVs. And if you look at my queue here, it's I'm happy about that timing, because I just put a new SCV in queue, and the other one is about to finish. Let's look at these. I'm not actually producing Marines, but it looks like these two just popped out, so let's give me 3 seconds to see if I actually should have produced them. Now this is going to be quite a micro slash macro intensive battle, because I know now that I'm going to that I'm going to encounter this force with this force, and to be honest, this won't beat, no, I'm sorry, this will not beat this any time of any day. Even though I'm higher in supply, you can see that his army consists of more gas heavy units, and I know he's got 3 sentries there, but they're going to do exactly what he wants them to do, and I am so marine heavy with only 3 marauders that this is seriously never going to beat this in an open fight. Now if he's trying to push up my ramp, then I've got a good concave, he's never getting in there, but this is a fight I want to avoid. So if we go just a bit back one more time, and then we go back to my camera view. Yeah, hang on, actually want to select that, and then I'm gonna go to my camera view, and then we're gonna look at my point of view again. I'm focusing on what's important, my base and my macro, keeping my minerals low, and then I'm just attack moving. You saw that? Attack moving. I moved to the first watchtower, and then I attack move to the second one. So that means I can take my eyes off my forces. So move, attack move. I think I actually attack moved both. Keeping production up. I'm going by the watchtower just to see if I have free space, and as soon as I leave the watchtower, I see his units coming. I see it, I stim, and I just try to focus on his zealots, try to just pull back my units, and basically he's so low now that he doesn't want to engage me anymore. He doesn't want to lose any more units, and we are both at that exact same position. The only difference is that at this point I've had my expansion up for quite a while, and Grams just put his down. I'm not feeling too worried about him being able to push me, but I'm really upset about myself, how I
Additional supply depots required.
I'm not holding the watchtower, and it's so easy with either a marine or a SCV that there's really no excuse for you to not to. I'm really upset about that. It's just a huge weakness in my game. Now I knew that he was probably putting down his expansion. I didn't know anything, but lots of things are just based on experience, and experience tells me that when he pushes out like that and he doesn't try to end the game, he has no proxy pylon close to my base, as I can see at least. So he's just moving out just to secure his expansion, just making sure that I'm not attacking him in a position that's advantageous for me. So with my army, and this is something you really need to do as Terran versus Protoss, you have to do dropping action. There is no way around it. There is literally no way around it. If you don't do harassment, you're gonna lose the game. I can guarantee you're gonna lose the game. And if you see what I mean by you'll see what I mean by that shortly. Because if you look at the income now, I'm at 41. He's at 35 workers. Our income is essential, and you can see how huge the difference is. He's probably just about to move his workers over to his expansion, and he has 36 workers. That is just so much more than you need for one base.
Complete.
So I'm dropping in his base, I'm building SCVs. We can go back there and we can see exactly what I'm doing. Just look at the bottom of the screen, medevac selected, hotkeying the factory, just making sure everything's in order. Now look at that.
Complete.
Building Marines, Marauders, and building SCVs. All are dropped, I select them, stim, and then I go for damage. So he has 38 workers, I kill like, let's see, he had 38 workers. He's probably going to spawn one, so 39. How many did I kill? Okay, so I killed 5 or 6 workers, and that is the best damage you can possibly do. Like 6 workers, no, let's say 5 workers on a pylon. Now that's 350 minerals plus a lot of mining time lost for Protoss, I'm sorry, your opponent. So after putting pressure on him, I'm sorry, what was I saying? I don't know why I'm rallying my units there, but definitely good damage. I put my expansion down once more, just because I felt like, oh my god, I'm supply blocked so many times, and I was focusing a bit on harassment and keeping my minerals low, and definitely should not be supply blocked at this point in time. I'm very sad to see that, and it's easy for, oh look at that, overcompensating. But it really isn't overcompensating, it's just compensating basically. And this was a bit bad because I actually selected I rally pointed my orbital commands to his base, which is really a bad idea. When you're supply blocked and you see my factory has been standing there without producing for ages, and just supply dropping now because I really don't need the additional income. If you look, I'm 6 workers ahead. My income will rise as soon as my expansion, my second expansion goes down. And mind you, he just got his second base up, and I'm getting my third up now. So it's I'm at a really good spot. Although I really should hold the watchtower. It's so essential now. If you look at this, it's so essential. I don't know if anything is there now. No, nothing's there. But he's holding his watchtower, and that's great because he has so much vision on this map. It is crucial. I have no idea why I wasn't holding this watchtower. I can't stress enough how important this is. It might seem trivial, but just holding this watchtower allows you so many things. To start off, it allows you to catch any attacks coming from here, or even here, or here for him. And that would be the same for me. I would see attacks coming from here, here, and all the way down here. He would not be able to catch me off guard unless he went for dropping action. Now, since I had a medivac here, he would probably need to fly past that to get out of his base, or past this to get out of his base. So basically, if I held the watchtower, I would have total map control in very limited terms, of course. Now, this is the point of why you need to do dropping action against Protoss. If you split the Protoss ball of units, let's say he pulls back this many units to defend a drop, he will be so vulnerable at the front that if I went for a dual push, he would have nothing to defend his front, and it would literally be GG. It would just be GG. I need to transfer workers here, and I think okay, I'm about to do that now. If I just press play and see, yep, they're going. I should leave some workers here, but yeah. I wasn't too. These are actually a lot of minerals, but I don't mind having some spare. If I'm one base up on my opponent, I don't mind having some to spare in my main, just in case something should happen. And I'm very happy about being ahead of Protoss on workers due to them having Chrono Boost. And you see he's been spending his Chrono Boost quite well. Probably on the Thermal Lance upgrade and the Colossus, which is supply blocked, as you can see. Pretty sure it's not producing. No, it's not. And it is Chrono Boosted as well. So basically, yeah, I don't know what I was talking about, but yeah, don't get supply blocked like me, like a noob, and do harassment as much as you can. And this is a good point of how to harass. You don't need to build with a factory there, but with the build I'm going, mass bio, I'm not going to need the factory for anything but building the armory. So and building the starport, of course. So now it's just for harassment. I just flew it over because, yeah, to be honest, I didn't know if I was going to do this, but I felt pretty happy about that. So what I do is I siege up my tanks, try to get some vision with my factory, and then I just leave that there and go for a drop. At least that's what I think I did. Yeah, production not being supply capped at all, or rather being supply capped. Don't mind that. And doing a double drop. Now this forces him to pull probes off his mineral, off his patches, and where does he send them? To his main. So, stimming, running in, and he has 39 workers. Oh my, that is, yeah. Yep, and what you do, you go back again. That was the best damage I could do, and basically there's no point in me staying around there and losing my marines, because that would literally be of no use to me, and he would have done damage back to me. So I'm still supply blocked. This is so terrible. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. What is wrong with me? But as you see, when doing nifty stuff like this, small drops here, small drops there, you are definitely going to, if you're not tip top, you're going to suffer. So yeah, 28 workers, and this is actually quite hilarious. I decided that I should lose my medevac. That's what I did. Yeah, exactly. That's smart, isn't it? I'm off 3 bases. I'm still producing, putting people on gas. I'm not limited by. I'm just so embarrassed now, but I'm not limited by anything. And why aren't I building those damn supply depots? Oh, there you go. Supply drop finished. No more problems with supply depots. My engineering base are on 0. Don't actually know if I have started upgrading. I definitely should be at this point. No need to worry too much about now, but it's still not holding the watchtowers is just totally embarrassing. What I'm doing now is spending my money. I'm putting down 6 more racks and 1 more starport, because there is no need to float money in this game. If you're floating money, you're doing something wrong. Just put down additional production facilities. I'm not going to be able to produce constantly out of these production facilities, but that's not the point. The point is that you want to be able to, really importantly, you want to be able to reproduce units quickly. Now I'm gonna have probably 2,000 minerals soon, and the point is that I don't want that money to go unspent. If I lose my entire army, let's say he does some awesome storm micro or something, and this, look at the position of my army, it's just so much better now. And you'll see why. You'll see why in a moment. I
Additional
remember
supply
this
depots
engagement
required.
is coming. Now, there's absolutely no reason not to spend your money. Getting an expansion up, and still focusing on dropping action. Now, since I did lose my initial drop force, he's probably quite happy about that. But I know now that I need to get just get my macro in order, spend my money, and now I can start floating minerals. And now I need to put the pain on him. Knowing that I did so much damage, I was pretty sure he was going to expand somewhere, and I was so sure he had an expansion either here or here, and he didn't. So that stim is no problem at all. I didn't have to, but there's so low energy spent on that. And I was pretty sure I was gonna have the gold by this time, as you really don't want to be 2 bases against 4 bases Terran. But I saw he didn't actually have one, so I thought I would have to check out the island expansion. And when I did that, I thought, okay, I need to send 1 unit to the top, the 12 o'clock position, the 12 o'clock main, just to see if it's expanding there. And when I've done that, I've essentially checked all the expansions and know that he won't be able to have anything there. So, doing some dropping action, I noticed his army was out of position. 41 workers, 43 workers actually, and basically just cleaning house. And this time I'm going to sack my marines, and I decided to do so. You see, I'm pulling away my medivacs because I'm just going to do as much damage as I can. Pick off a supply depot and just try to keep him supply blocked if you can. And he went from 43 workers, and he actually just walked 1 Colossus straight in and let me kill it. So he went from 43 workers to
Mineral
33, it's updated. Exactly. So 10 workers for 16 marines, I'm fine with that because I can so easily reproduce those marines that it's not a problem. And to be honest, I wanted to get some Vikings out just because I didn't have any Vikings. And I honestly should have quite some Vikings out soon, and getting a lot of ghosts just because I feel that I'm quite ahead. And why not just EMP everything? Like, there's no reason not to. Ghosts do ghosts do 100 damage to shields, or removes 100 shield points off everything in the target area. It has a huge splash. In addition to removing all energy, so basically, if you're struggling with High Templars, just cloak some ghosts and then just EMP them. EMP the shit out of everything. If you have 4 ghosts, you can land 4 EMPs, and usually the Protoss ball is so tightly clumped together that you can just EMP the entire army, and they will be forced to do what you see here. Now, I didn't have my ghosts really well hotkeyed, but if you look at these, EMPs landing all over the place. And just selecting my units, stimming them, and attack moving. And he had to force field there to stay alive. He could never engage that head on. He's got 26 workers now, I think that's more fair. And still, just focusing on expanding, having free mineral patches, and keeping his expansion number low. He's trying to get back so he can save this expansion, and he can't. Lift off my marauders and get the heck out. This is as good a map control as I can get. I could probably place a couple of CVs around the map, but there's no need in that. Now I'm just focusing on getting my units hotkeyed, and now I'm just pretty much toying around with Grams. I'm sorry about that, Grams, if you're watching this.
Additional supply depots required.
All in all, it came down to this match. We're nearing the end of it. Just expanding. I know he has no High Templars, but he does have Colossus, so why not just get a lot of Vikings? The thought here, I can tell you what I'm thinking about this nuke. This nuke is not just for fun. This was actually something I was thinking about and was strategically planned. So what I'm going to show you is what I was thinking here. I know he's trying to get his gold expansion up. I have a dropship here, which I can drop with here. Basically, his army is, if we go back, his army is placed in a position that allows him to easily defend. If I drop here now, he can easily defend with these guys. There's no problem for him to defend this expansion. It's, let's say it's halfway done. It is actually halfway done. And he will have no problems with defending it. So how can one unit stop him from defending this expansion? Yes, tactical nuking. So what I did was I thought, okay, if I place a nuke, I didn't know where his army was exactly, but I was thinking if he had his army here, I would place a nuke there, and if he had his army here, I would place a nuke right on top of them and just see where he fell back. If he falls back here, I'll drop there. If he falls back here, I'll drop there. So that's basically what I was thinking. Now, mind you, I didn't actually do this because I was just I don't know what I was focusing on. It was bad play by me, but the thought was there. So just getting a crap load of Vikings out, one nuke, and he does pull back. And this is my cue to do dropping. And what do? Nothing. I'm pretty sad about that, but I focus on grouping my army, hotkeying everything as I like it, getting ghosts on 3, all my units on 1, and Vikings on 12. So basically, he's still out of position, and I just thought, okay, I'll just go in for the kill. Now, I'm gonna watch this from everyone cam now. This is perfect for me. I do not want to engage him where he has an advantage. If it was the other way and he was here and I was here, I do not want to engage that head on, because these Colossus, although okay, at this point I'm so way ahead that I don't care. I could have engaged him with like I would have won this whatever I did. I could have like single clicked every unit and tried to take them down one by one. But the point is, let's say we want even food. He's at a position which is very bad for him, and you'll see why. I forced him all the way back with my ghost, coming forward with my army, and if you look now, I'm just going to stim, attack move, and then just snipe his Colossus from the side, getting a huge concave on him. And the Colossus are going down pretty quickly, doing almost no damage, and he has absolutely no chance. If you look at the army count, it is ridiculously one-sided. And he doesn't even need to GG because we are talking on Skype, and he did GG. And in the meantime, if we go back, in the meantime, while everything is happening here, if we look at my camera, you don't need to keep your eye on your army at all times. We can watch it from my point of view. This is basically at the point where I know I'm going to win this match anyway, but it's going to be viable even though you don't do it like that. Just taking that workout is annoying me. That Ghost actually has 3 kills, so he killed 2. Yeah, see, dropping in. I'm now dropping in his expansion, and I am attack moving behind his army, and then just focus firing with the Vikings. You see, I've selected the Vikings now. And looking back on the Marauders, sniping the expansion if I can. I'm gonna pull back now, whatever happens. If he doesn't GG or lead, I'm still gonna pull back, just recuperate, probably pull back to his watchtower, the one closest to him. Drop 1 or 2 scans here, just see what he has. I'm not gonna suicide my army up this ramp in case he actually has something here. He might actually have, let's say he had a Colossus or something. No, he didn't. But if he had a Colossus or something, I don't want to suicide any units unnecessarily. Pull back, remax your army, take down this expansion, saturate your 5th base, and just take it from there. Now, I should have had 3-3 upgrades a long time ago. I don't know when I got 2-2, but I definitely should have had 3-3. I have all the upgrades I need there, and I'm constantly producing. No, I'm actually not, because I couldn't be bothered. But after this battle, I would need to press A 4 times and then just spam D, and I would be at 200 food again. Yeah, that's just a quick analysis of a game that went rather well, and yeah, that's me, Nicoloco.